G'day guys, it's Rod from Think Bensonium here, and this is the first software tutorial for the desktop photo editor. So I hope you enjoy this program, and let's get straight into it. So in this tutorial we're going to look at the Windows Desktop Photo Edit program, and we're going to see why such a program is necessary for Windows 10. So here I have a standard installation of Windows 10, and you can see I have an image which comes with Windows 10 on the desktop. This is something that may appear once you've installed Windows 10, and it looks fine. But obviously most people would like to put their own image, their own desktop photo of one of their favorite photos on. And of course this is actually very easy to do. We simply go to personalization and we can select a photo. So I have one already here. I might select this photo of myself with a dolphin, and that's fine, it all works. But another thing that people sometimes like to do is they like to be able to cycle their photos on the desktop in a form of a slideshow where the photo changes maybe once every hour or once every few hours or even once every day, but slowly they get to see their photos in their pictures folder. And up until Windows 10 this was very easy to do, and I'm going to do it now for Windows 10 and show you how you would do it, but show you why there's a problem. So let me do it. So I'm going to go to personalization, and this time I'm going to change it to slideshow, and you can see that Windows helpfully defaults to the pictures directory, which is a sensible directory. You may have your photos stored somewhere else that you can find that directory, but the pictures directory is the usual directory, and it's cycling every 30 minutes. It's going to change the photo, so it all looks good. So let's close that, and we still have my dolphin photo. Now I'm going to show you the problem with Windows 10 here, and that is if I actually open my pictures directory, which is here, you'll notice that my pictures are all in subfolders, and indeed I think most people tend to do this. If you've got thousands of photos, clearly one sensible way is to sort them into maybe genre or into years. You can see that my wife here has sorted our photos into years. And that's great, but there is a problem when you do this, and that is that Windows 10, when you set it on the pictures directory, cannot see into these subfolders. And I'm going to demonstrate this very simply. I can actually demonstrate this to show you what I mean. So if we look at the pictures directory at the moment, you can see that there are just 3 photos in the root directory. And indeed, these are the only 3 photos that Windows will cycle through. So let me show you. So you can actually cycle the desktop photos simply by right-clicking and pushing Next Desktop Background. And there's the second photo. This is taken in cans. Next Desktop Background, third photo. Again taken in cans. And then finally, Next Desktop Photo, and we're back to the first photo. And you can see I can keep repeating this cycle, and I will only ever get the 3 photos, even though I have well over 16,000 photos inside my pictures directory or folder. So I've written a program which addresses 2 issues. Firstly, it addresses the issue of Windows not being able to see into subfolders. So once you install this program, you get access to all your photos on your desktop. But the second thing this program does is it allows you to get from any photo on your desktop to the source file in one click. So you can either delete faulty photos or fix them. For instance, if you've got a photo where somebody has red eyes, you can correct the red eye. So let's see how it works. So first of all, we need to download the program, and we do that by going into my website, which is www.bensonium.com. We go to software, and you'll see there is a table of programs which all do different things. Now it's worth looking through this table, as there are quite a lot of interesting programs that can help you. This program is called the Cloud Duplicate File Cleaner, and it helps if you have cloud conflicts where you're creating duplicate files because you might have 2 computers accessing the same cloud source, and this can sometimes cause a headache where you get duplicate files being created. We also have a program on here which helps you score the game Mahjong. So any Mahjong players, you will know that it's quite hard to score this game, and this program will help you. It's an Excel file. And there are other programs. If you're a scientist, I have a molecular biology Word add-in, which allows you to do virtual cloning in Word, and so on and so forth. But for now, today's program we're focusing on is the Windows 10 desktop program. So we simply single click on the Windows 10 desktop program link, and you'll see very quickly it has downloaded a zip file called desktop photo zip. We now need to find this desktop photo zip file, and the way we can do this is simply by clicking here, show in folder, but indeed you'll see it is simply in the download section of your computer folder, and there it is there. Now, because it's a zip file, we need to extract it, so we do that by right clicking, and you can see if we look down here it says extract all. So we hit extract all, just extract, and you'll see that now we have the desktop photo edit folder unzipped. We double click on that, and this is the program. So the first thing you'll see is there is a helpful PDF file, which is the complete instruction manual for this program. So just as I'm recording this video, you can also open this particular document and it will explain everything about this program as I'm doing in this instruction video. To install the program, we simply double click install, and you'll get the first message which says it's a warning telling you that this is an unknown publisher and do you want to run this VBS script. Obviously this is a Windows security setting. This program is completely safe to run. It's not going to do any harm to your computer. So simply click open. The little bell sound you heard is because there is another window that has now appeared which you can't see, and the window says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? I'm not sure why you can't see it, but the recording program that I have will not allow you to see this, but simply say yes to this. The reason this comes up is because the program needs to write a file to the public directory, and in order to do that it needs administrator privileges. So just say yes to this. Oh, by the way, if you don't have administrator privileges to your computer, then you can't run this program, just as an aside. So say yes. Then it says, do you want to install the desktop program? So say yes again. And then it says, do you want to select a different folder that contains your pictures than the current default picture folder? Now the reason this is here is that normally you will probably store your photos, hopefully, in the default pictures directory, but often people might also choose to store their photos in other places. So if you do that, then obviously at this point you can select yes, it'll bring up a folder structure tree, and you can navigate to where you stored your photos. However, I'm just going to accept the default because all my photos are in the default picture folder, so I'm going to say no to this. And you now get this DOS window, and it's telling you that if you click the cross key, it will terminate the program. So you don't really want to do that. What you want to do is let it run. And what it is doing, it is scanning the pictures folder and every subfolder, creating a link file to every picture within every folder, and saving it to a newly created single folder in the computer's public directory. We shall look at this folder in a moment when the program has completed its task of cataloguing all our photos. Now, if you have a lot of photos, this can take some time. And for me, this is going to take quite a few minutes because I have 17,000 photos. So we'll join the video again once it has completed this task. Okay, so it's completed the task. You can see it now says program installed. We simply click OK. And now we need to see exactly what the program has done on our computer. So I'm going to close all the windows, and I'm going to go into the new directory it has created. So the new directory it has created is in the public directory folder, and the way to find that is it's simply C drive, users, public, and you can see it's created a folder called Desktop Photo Edit. So we open that folder, and in that folder we have a few files. So the first thing we have is a report, which is a text file. If we open that report, this captures the work that the program has done. So you can see that it's created many shortcut files going all the way up to 17,643, and each of those shortcut files is pointing to an individual photo inside the pictures directory and inside the subfolders of the pictures directory. So for instance, file 3991 is targeting a photo in users public Google Drive pictures 2011 photos Australia December 2010 to January 2011, 3rd of the 1st 11th Mark and Yolanta, so on and so forth. And that's how it works. Okay, so that's the report. The next thing we have is this particular program called Extract Desk Image. Basically, this program allows you to get from your desktop image back to the source file, so you can either delete it or edit it. So it's a really helpful little program. Update Picture Links is a program that we need to run every so often, and I'll explain that in a little bit. And here we have the desktop photo edit instructions. This is just the instruction manual that I spoke about before. And then finally we have this subfolder called Picture Links. Now if we open this subfolder, there are all the files that it's created. And you might be thinking, well, hang on, I don't want 13,000 or 15,000 files on my computer taking up space. But you can see they all have 0 kilobyte size. They're only links, they're not photos. So they really don't take up much space. Actually, strictly speaking, they take up a little bit of space. It turns out that this huge number of files, if I delete them, takes up about 2 megabytes of space on my hard disk. So hardly anything at all for a modern hard disk. Okay, so what do we do next? Well, obviously what we want to do is we want to point the Windows personalization section of the computer settings to this Picture Links directory so that Windows can see all the different photos in our pictures folder. So let's do that. So we go back to personalization. We now are going to browse, and remember it's C drive, users, public, desktop photo edit, Picture Links. We select that. That's the folder we want. I'm now going to change the shuffle to on, to randomize, and I'm simply going to now close the program. So you can see the second photo has come up. This is just a photo from the root directory, but watch what happens if I now go next desktop background. I now get a completely new photo. This is a photo of my daughter when we're in Australia, and so now you can see that we are accessing all our photos, and you can see this. If I keep going next desktop background, you will see we just get a whole heap of different photos. That's Singapore Airport coming up at random because it's accessing all 17,000 photos within my collection. Now, this is very lucky. You can see here I have a photo of my baby daughter, Grace. She is no longer a baby. She's actually a teenager now. But you can see this photo has red eyes. So obviously we want to correct this red eyes. Now, normally you'd be thinking, well, I've got to find this photo deep within my file path. And if you've got thousands of photos, how do I find this photo? And this is where my program comes into its own. So you can see that on the desktop, it has created a little new shortcut, which is Extract Desk Image. And if I double click on that, again, I get a warning telling me that it's a VBS file, and do I want to run it? I'm going to uncheck this box that says always ask before opening this file, because this is always safe to run. And I simply click open. And instantly I'm taken to the photo. So this photo is actually in 2006, Grace 2006, and there's the photo highlighted for me. So I double click on the photo, and now I can use standard Microsoft Windows 10 photo editing to fix the red eyes, and I'm going to do that. So I simply go edit, and it's under adjustments, and you can see there's a red eye, so I'm selecting red eye. I carefully put it over the center of Grace's eyes. 1, 2, and you can see it's changed it to black. I shall now save the image, and I will close the image, and it's corrected. Now, on the screen, it still looks like Grace has red eyes, and the reason it's done this is because the way Windows 10 works is when it picks up an underlying photo, it caches the photo. In other words, it makes a local copy of the photo for its own purposes. So although we've changed the underlying source photo, it's not reflected in the image that's showing on the screen. However, if this photo ever comes up again, Grace will have the correct black pupils. Okay, let's keep going. A few more photos, and I'll show you something else we can do. So here we go. So what I'm looking for now is I'm waiting until I get a photo which I want to delete. And this might take some time. Okay, here's a good photo that I might want to delete. So this photo is obviously not a particularly good photo. It's very blurry, grainy, it's very dark. It's the sort of photo you probably don't want to keep. So again, to get rid of it, I simply double click Extract Desktop Image, and I'm instantly taken to the photo. You can see it down there. I might just open it just to double check that I really don't want it. Yeah, no, it's not really a very good photo, so I'm just going to delete it. So this time I'll just push delete. Incidentally, when you do this, you might also suddenly see other photos that you think, oh, do I really want to keep these ones? That looks pretty blurry. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's all right. Okay, I'll keep that. Anyway, you can see what happens as you start to use this program. It'll slowly help you clear up all your photos over time and fix red eye and other things. So it's a really great little program, not only for seeing all your photos, but also for fixing photos which are faulty or deleting photos that you no longer want. Okay, the next thing to talk about is all these desktop icons. So modern Windows users tend to not have the icons showing, and the reason why is because normally the best way to have your icons now is down the bottom here on the Task Manager, as you can see down the bottom where the arrow is. And so often we hide the desktop icons, and the way we do that is we simply go to View, Show Desktop Icons, we uncheck that box, and they're gone. I mean, they're not gone, they're just hidden. But you might be thinking, well, hang on, if we do that, how can we access this little program to get back to our source file when we have a photo we want to edit? And the way we do that is by using the shortcut key Control-Alt-Q. So let me show you that. So if I go next, desktop background, if I wanted to get to this photo, for instance, I would simply push Control-Alt-Q as follows. And there you go. You can see the folder is open and there's the photo that is on the screen. So one final thing to talk about with all of this is over time you'll be adding new photos to your pictures collection, and you also may be deleting photos using my program. But of course the links are static, so they're a snapshot of your photos at one particular time. And so over time, the links are going to go out of date. You're going to have links that refer to photos that are no longer in existence, they've been deleted, or indeed you might have new photos which don't have links to those photos yet. So this means that every so often you need to update your information in that picture links folder. And the way we do that is by using this final program in the desktop photo edit software folder. So let's do that. So we're going to go again, File Explorer, let's open that. Remember, C drive, Users, Public, Desktop Photo Edit, and you can see there is an Update Picture Links. So I'm simply going to update my picture links now, and I'm going to double click on that. I'm going to run the program. I get the same warning which you can't see asking, do you want the app to make changes to this device? We say yes to that. And now it says, we get the program scope question we had before. Do you want to look for photos outside your default pictures folder? Now, this time I'm actually going to say yes to this because I'm going to show you something else that this program allows you to do. So let's imagine that you do have photos, lots of photos in your standard pictures directory, but you also have photos in another directory that is completely outside your pictures directory, but you want to combine them all. So you want Windows to be able to see them from everywhere. You can use this program to also do that. So rather than say no here, we're going to say yes. And this time I'm going to navigate to another place where I have photos. So there's my standard pictures folder, but I also have photos inside my personal directory, inside my pictures folder. So our pictures, the way I've set up my computer, the standard pictures folder is in the public directory, but this is now a private directory. This is my personal directory, which also has pictures. So I'm going to select that one, click OK, and then I get this extra question, do you want to delete the previous link files? Now, if I want to append another folder to my standard folder, I'm going to say no to this. So I'm going to say no to this, okay? And what it does, you'll see it run very quickly because I only have a very few photos in my personal directory. But what it's done, it's just simply added the extra pictures that were in my personal directory. So you can see it's created a previous report, which is the first report that was created when we installed the program. And now we've got this report, which is the latest report, and you can see it's picked up from where the files left off. So the next file is 17,644, and it's just added these few photos that were in my own personal directory. And so that's how you can combine not only pictures in the default directories, but you can use the program like several times and find every single photo, even if it's scattered all over your computer in different folders. However, that's of course appending photos. At some point we also want to update our picture links, and in particular if we've been deleting photos, we want to make sure that we get rid of all the picture links that no longer refer to valid photos within our subfolders. So the way we do that is I'm just going to run the program again, but this time I'm going to say no to this because I'm going to just look inside my standard default pictures folder. And if I say no to this time what happens is it's deleting all the picture links and it's just running the program again. So it's just deleted all the picture links, running the program afresh. It's now going to rebuild all the new links. So obviously any old links where the photo's been deleted, like the one I deleted before, won't be recreated, so they're removed, and any new photos that I've added, I'll get the new picture links. So again, using this program, we can either use it to flush our picture links directory and update all our picture links, or if we want to, we can also use it to append new picture links to an already existing pool of picture links that we have created when we've run this program before. So that way you have complete control of where you find your pictures and updating your picture links and so on and so forth. Okay, and we've pretty much completed the tutorial. So thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this program, you can also go back to my website. There is a little shop here and there are products. Although the program is provided completely for free, if you feel like you'd like to make a donation towards my software programs, you can simply create an account on this website and you can simply add the program to your basket, and you can make anywhere from a minimum of a £1 donation, or if you're feeling more generous you can up the quantity, whatever you want to do. But again, this is not necessary. Please don't feel like you have to do this. It's just something if you want to do. If you enjoy the program and you find it useful, then obviously I'd appreciate your support. Otherwise, just enjoy the program as it is, and I really hope that it helps you sort out those millions of photos that you've taken over the years, and that you get to see some photos that perhaps you hadn't even realized you'd taken, because I know in my experience with modern photography, we take all these digital photos and often they just get stored on our hard drives and we never see them again. So this is a really good way of bringing up your photos on your desktop using the Windows personalization settings. Okay, I hope you enjoyed learning about the Photo Desktop program. If you did, please do click the like button below, and also If you like more content, please do subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification below. Also, if you find this software useful, please do think about telling your friends and sharing the link, which is www.bensonium.com/software. Okay, until next time, have a great time, stay safe, and have a great day. See you soon. Bye now.